Hey, hi there. Welcome back on our playlist. So in this video, what we're gonna do, we'll understand our use case properly. Although I have given the overview in the very first, but I think this is a good time to understand our use case in detail and figure out the complete stakeholders in our system and who is doing what. That's very important. So I have jotted down here total three organization, as I mentioned, right? First organization will be my platform. We will call, I have list in terms of MSP. MSP is like simple membership service provider. So MSP is responsible for managing my overall organization level credential, role based, access based management, roles, assigning, generating credentials, and allowing the new users in the platform. So this is bind with the respective organization. Each organization will have their own MSP, membership service providers. Okay, they will manage the all overall members and peers in the network within the organization. So what we're gonna do, we have here overall three organization. First one will be my platform MSP. Why platform MSP? uh, it's like I've set up my whole network. So one organization is specifically for platform related task. Let's say I want to add new organization, or if I want to remove any organization, or any chain code level operation I have to do, or any some configurations I have to do at network level. So that where my this primary organization will come into the picture. Okay, so that's how I'm calling it as platform MSP. But we can give a real naming convention as well with respect to use case. Maybe the government MSP could be this one, or the bank MSP. Anyone. It can be anyone, right? Just for the clear understanding, that's why I'm given as a platform MSP for or Guan. So see, I'm not changing the name of default setup. So we're gonna use the same fabric sample setup here itself, okay? But with the proper structured way, where we are aligning the things with our use case, whatever the stuff we want in the network, right? Let's say now I want my platform, my overall stakeholder is here: platform MSP, government MSP, and NGO MSP. Okay, so three organization will be there: uh, platform, government, and NGOs. What is the role of platform? To add new organization, right? So basically by default, there will be only two organizations. So what I'm doing extra here, I want to add org 3 as well. So to add org 3, what I'm gonna do, we'll use org 1 to add org 3, right? That's why I'm calling it as platform. So the responsibility of platform org 1 is to add new organization. Now I have added org 3, but we can add org 4, 5, 6, 7 and number based on our requirement. Cool. So this is what we need to understand here. Now my second organization. Second organization is my government. So what government is going to do? Government can create the admin, of course, to access any organization. The primary task is to we need to create the admin certificate. Cool. So we'll create a admin certificate for government. Now government can onboard the bank and the government user. Okay, so here we created the government admin. Using government admin, we are onboarding the banks completely, or bank users, or and then we can say that government user. In our case, we are assuming there will be only one bank. So let me now explain you the little deeper the use case, what exactly I'm trying to achieve here. uh, as you have understand so far, we are building the blockchain based donation tracking system, or we can say charity tracking system, something like that. So here our ultimate agenda is to uh, onboard the NGOs to create the funds. So NGO can create the fund, donors can donate the money, whatever they want to donate, then beneficiary will get benefited with that money. That is the how traditional works, right? So what we are adding complexity and how we are simplifying the process. Using blockchain, we are adding two important key roles here. First one is the governance body, that we called it as government, and the second one is the bank, who is taking care of my all the compliance part, and all the money related transaction will be taken care of by the bank. So what is exactly happening here? There will be one organization as government will be get onboarded in the platform, so they can onboard the bank, maybe SBI bank or any private bank or public bank they can onboard. Now the bank responsibility is to make sure that they are issuing the token against whatever the donation is happening, right? So we have onboarded the NGO as well. What NGOs do? NGO will create the, this is the NGO admin, right? Org 3 is like NGO admin. They can register the multiple NGOs. Then respect to NGO, what they will do, they'll create a fund, and based on that fund, uh, creating fund is like they will create with the target key, this is the amount what I required, or this is something help I've required, right? So we are not directly doing the direct money transaction here. What we are doing, we are using the concept of tokenomics here. So whenever someone is donating, so let's say as a donor, I registered as a donor as well. So admin user can do that. So basically for registering donor is open, but it will get added through org to admin users permission. They can onboard themselves as a end user, as a donor. When I onboarded donor in my ecosystem, so first I can see the overall funds available there, or where I want to give the charity, or we have to donate. So specifically if I click on any fund, then I'll put my money, and then the bank transaction will happen here. Okay, so we are not directly doing my crypto transaction. Cool. This is very important because we are talking about closed environment, and in private blockchain, crypto transaction doesn't work directly. Very, very important point. Crypto transaction doesn't work directly in the private blockchain or Hyperledger Fabric. Cool. They have their own infrastructure. If you want to use public crypto transaction directly, you need to use the public blockchain for that. So what we have alternatively doing here, because we want everything regulated and compliant, at the same time transparency as well. So we have did here little smarter move. Whenever donor is donating, so that donation, when they are transferring any money, that money will go to the bank, right? It's a compliant one, RBI governed one. So it will go, that fund will go inside bank. Bank will issue the token against the fund. So we have donated for uh let's say school, for education purpose. If I donated, if someone in NGO is promoting and helping the regional students for better education for them, we are giving the money. I have given the 10,000 rupees. That against 10,000 rupees, that token will get issued to that fund provider or fund creator. That's how I have mapped it. So it will get issued against that, but issued from the donor. It will have the timestamp ki kisne kiya, like who has created that and for whom it is created. Okay, then that fund got created and issued that token to that particular individual. Now they can remit that token and issue the fund from the bank itself directly. So that is how we are trying to map it. If you have not understood properly, don't worry. We're gonna spend a lot of time on drafting our smart contract and all those things. You'll get things clear very soon. Let's understand the overall users in our use case as well. So as I mentioned, we have org1, org2. So org1 will act as an admin, pure admin. Then org2 will act as a government admin. And government admin can onboard the government user, and government admin can onboard the bank user. That's what I mentioned over here. And government admin itself can onboard the donor. But government admin don't need to onboard donor directly from their scripting side. So this is like government user cannot onboard themselves. Only government admin can onboard government user, and government user can do only login part. They cannot sign up themselves. Same, bank cannot sign up themselves. They can only sign in. But donor can sign up or sign in. Matlab they can register over there and they can log in into that after register. Similarly, here is my NGO admin. NGO admin is someone org3 admin where they can onboard multiple NGOs. So here with the NGO permission only, you can get multiple NGOs onboarded. Now this is I created based on my understanding purely. I have not did much market research over here how it fits with the real use case, but this is what I understood as per my knowledge. I have created and assigned this. I have created this chronology or user base, right? But feel free to modify it. Feel free to tweak it with respect to your use case. That's completely fine. Just you have to make sure that when we are designing a smart contract, you have to map all these users accordingly. Cool. So what operations org1 can do? Let's quickly try to understand that. Org1 can add new organization, example 3, 4, right? And org2, government MSP, or org2 can register the donor, get the donor, register bank, get all bank, or get bank specifically, get all banks, get all NGOs. Yes, government, we are trying onboarding the regulatory body, right? So whatever the NGOs got onboarded, we can fetch all that NGOs as well, and then get all donors and get all donor donations by donor as well. Whatever the donations did by donor, that also we can track. So these all the functionality we can track, and what much we can do. So with respect to bank user, now org2 has a bank user as well. Then what a bank user can do, bank user can issue the token, transfer the token, okay. And at the time of remedy, when they want to remit that token, or when we want to burn that token, they'll get the money directly. That is also one operations we can do, but that is not I have added as of now in my logic, okay, because that's, I'm assuming it will be more like uh, in person going into the bank and then that hitting that transaction part. So that is I have kept as of now as open. Then org2 msp is like again a donor. What donors can do, donor can donate and get all funds. So this is a basic operation, they can check all the funds and then whatever they like they can donate into it. So org3 operations. So ngo one, that is very important one. So what ngo can do, okay, so very first we have to register the NGO. So register NGO part and get the NGO details. So admin user. NGO has two part, right? Admin user and normal NGO user. So admin user can register the different users and get their NGO details. And the NGO users, the ones after registering as a XYZ NGO, then I can create a fund, get the funds, close fund, and add the expenses as well. Whatever the expenses is happening when I'm spending it. So what are the expenses making it? Then this particular NGO can remit the token because the action should perform from his or her side from the NGO instead of doing that same thing from bank. But this is something contradictory. You can say that yeah, bank, if issuing this token is issued by a bank, so redeem can be happened by the bank, or burning of that token can be happened by bank. But actually we are not burning token, we are just making sure that whatever the token this NGO user has or fund creator has, they are using it. So this token can be used either in bank, and in my future scope I'm thinking to add the vendors capability as well as, or a different service providers, right? Let's say few people might require some IT service, so we can act those as a vendor here. Few people needs within the NGOs, this concept, they need a food, they need a groceries, they need inventory management, they need another transport facilities. So many things, operational things we might require. This all can be categorized as a vendors, right? And this token, instead of getting token from bank as a real money, they can transfer that token because everyone in the same system. So they also have a same equal value, whatever the token they are issuing. Let's say if I issue 10,000 as a donation money, I can get a 10,000 token against us. One token rupee equivalent to 1 rupee, something like that. That's what I'm assuming. So that's why that token can be get transferred or remit to the individual vendor and all those things. That's a complex logic, and that's a good thing. So this was getting lot of complexity. So I thought to limit it little bit and just give a hands-on, right? So it has endless use cases, but this is what we are doing with respect to NGO. So yeah, this is all about today's video, and we'll see more complex logic in next video. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.